Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, we're going to be reading for the twin flame current energy for the month of December. So, guys, we are multi streaming. We're on three different platforms all at the same time: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And I think everything looks okay. So, I have a lot to talk about today. So, I'm just going to get started. First, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hi, Dream Sequa. I see everybody starting to come in. Welcome, welcome. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope that you all got your bellies full with either turkey or ham, whichever you decided to go with this year, right? So a lot to talk about. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Pluto in Aquarius, because we did have that big transition last month, November 19th. Oh, thank you so much, Dream Sequa. So we're going to touch on that a little bit, and I'm going to talk to you about the whole end of an era that's happening. I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about narcissism and ADHD, and I know that you guys are wondering, like, how in the world we're going to wrap that all up into one. But I promise you that we are. Welcome, Sandra. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. So I actually wrote something out so that I could really stay focused and get this message out. I do intend on reading for the collective immediately following the information. And then I do intend on offering some free twin flame energy readings at the end. So for all of you that are joining us live, welcome. All right, guys. So when I went to write all this down, my thoughts were definitely racing because I wasn't really sure what I should and shouldn't talk about sometimes on this journey. But I feel like I'm out here, showing everyone that I'm having this spiritual awakening, and sometimes spirit really calls us to be authentic and talk about the hard conversations or the hard, challenging things, right? So that's what we're going to do. All right. So, yes, as I sat down to write all this down, thoughts were just kind of racing. So bear with me as I get through it. I want to really say that, like, I don't know what's happening in the cosmos right now. But I feel like I would just, we all do. We want to say, like, oh, we don't know, but we do know. We feel like something is coming, something's on its way. I feel like we've been talking about it every Sunday, every time we have, a lot of us do, Dream Sequel, a lot of us do. But every time we're talking about the astrology, the weekly astrology or the monthly astrology, all of 2024 has really included Pluto moving from the critical 29 degrees Capricorn into Aquarius. So, not new energy that we've been talking about, but it's just new to us because it's once in our lifetime that we're experiencing all of this energy, right? So I do feel that we can definitely say that Pluto, we have now went through the transition where Pluto now will be in Aquarius for the next 19 years. And we've all started to feel or sense that end of an era type of situation in our lives, right? And if there's anyone out there that's like still denying that Pluto is a planet or that this powerful body of cosmic energy exists, I would tell you to look around you. Look around you. What is literally blowing up in your face right now? What is no longer? What are you facing right now that you swore you would never change or it would never end? So that is the effects of Pluto. And it really doesn't matter how strong, we think we are, right? That's not. Um, like the point. The cosmos are always stronger. So I feel like sometimes some of us can be very stubborn, and we are strong. And it's like we can endure something for long periods of time. Um, so the Pluto in Aquarius. Let me try to wrap this all up. I'm gonna give you um my Pluto story, or like my story of destruction, end of an era, right? So first I want to give you a little backstory so I can put a little clarity on some of all of this, right? So I started PLR on October 1st of 2020, and this was after a very unhealthy 20-year relationship with a man that didn't treat me very well. We all like to call them narcissists. That's our favorite word, I feel like, for those types of people. I'm talking about the people that are like, the liars, the cheaters, the gaslighters, yada yada, that type of energy. So I told, stories, since we started PLR, of all the different things that I endured in that particular relationship. And then, of course, I've shared my awakening and what type of awakening. And, I really feel like when we have this type of awakening, it's definitely to break us free from some type of karmic cycle, right? I've shared my dark night of the soul with all of you guys, and I feel like slowly over time, over the last 4 years, my ascension and my enlightenment. But on October 31st of that same year, so a month after I started the PLR channel, I actually began a new relationship. And it was a very on and off relationship. But at the beginning of that relationship, I definitely was convinced that that person was my soulmate. Um, I feel like when you're having this type of awakening, you understand what that feeling is, that soulmate feeling, that equal effort, the kindness, right? The loyalty. There's no runner, there's no chaser in a soulmate relationship. But about, I would say, 6 months into that relationship, I definitely could tell that there was some issues. There was some things that I were experiencing that I had experienced in my previous relationship, right? And for a long time, that was kind of embarrassing to me. So it's like I didn't really want to tell people. I definitely was the deny, deny, deny person, right? To myself, to my family, to my friends, literally to everyone. And it definitely got to a point where I couldn't really deny anymore. Like it was so obvious to everyone what was going on, or like what I was dealing with, that, instead of denying, I started saying things like, he's trying. He's trying. And honestly, in his own way, he was trying. Um, But now I'm going to talk to you about that word, narcissist, that we all like to say, right? Or describe people that treat other people this type of way, right? And I'm not going to actually like go through the whole lengthy list that I wrote down of all the crap that I've endured in the past however many years. But if you look at the word, you'll understand. And honestly, I feel like most of us, most of you, are dealing with some person like this in your own life, in maybe your own relationship, maybe your own family member. But yeah, it's like this isn't new energy. And just a little side note, I'll share something with you guys. You know who taught me the word narcissist? It was actually the twin. It was actually the twin during the spiritual week, like during Dark Night of the Soul. I was freaking out about the ex and how cruel he was at times. And it was the person who awakened me that told me to look up the word narcissist. And look at us now, all these years later, talking about it on a live, right? Um, but yeah, if you look it up, you'll see that it's a label. It's actually a label, and it describes someone that behaves a certain way. It describes a person that treats people a certain way. It's someone who lacks emotional empathy. But there's like a whole list of characteristics that you can find when you look up that word. And just a little funny haha side note here. I made a joke a while back to someone. Then I said, it's okay if you call them, like if I call him that, if I'm willing to say it to his face, right? Like I thought that was like a for real thing. If I was willing to say it to his face, then it was okay to call someone or say that about someone. I was wrong. I was wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why. Um, On 11/26, we did a live where I read for the collective, and I definitely let my ego or whatever anger, frustration come out. And I called someone a name. I called them a narcissist, right? And right after that live, I came across this video that really took me down this large rabbit hole on mental health. And in the video, the lady spoke about narcissists and the traits associated with this label. And she spoke on the similarities to ADHD characteristics and long term ADHD sufferers. So I know it seems like I'm trying to make excuses here, but just hear me out for a moment because I did my own research and the numbers matched what the lady was showing in the video. And honestly, the rise of ADHD is actually astounding right now. So I would definitely encourage you to do your own research. I feel like you'll be amazed to see how fast that is growing. But yes, these assholes out here are hurt, and hurt people. But also, healing people do heal people. That is facts. And I actually have some more facts that I want to read to you about narcissists and ADHD. So, narcissistic personality disorder, or what they call NPD, actually affects about 6.2% of the US population, with men being more likely to be diagnosed than women. That does not say that it's more men than women. I want to point out that it says with men being diagnosed more than likely than women. So, some key traits of narcissism include an inflated sense of self importance, a need of excessive admiration, a lack of empathy, and fragile self esteem. So, here is where we come into the ADHD. So ADHD and the NPD, or the narcissist personality disorder, are separate conditions, but they share overlapping characteristics. So individuals with ADHD are more prone to developing personality disorders, including NPD. Some symptoms that may appear similar between ADHD and narcissism include impulsivity, attention seeking, and a sense of entitlement. Victims of a narcissistic or ADHD related behaviors may endure emotional abuse, gaslighting, and a lack of empathy from the affected individual. And this can lead to feelings of low self esteem, low self worth, anxiety, depression, and difficulties in maintaining healthy relationships. And relationships involving a narcissist or someone with untreated ADHD have a higher risk of breakup or divorce compared to, of course, the general population. And this is often due to the narcissistic inability to maintain healthy boundaries, their manipulative behaviors, and the toll that it takes on the partner's mental health. All right, so here's how I'm going to wrap it all together. Are you guys ready? So this is what's happening. Pluto in Aquarius literally means that everyone is done dealing with your shit. So if you're an asshole with no accountability, get ready to get called out on your shit. If you're a taker out trying to take from everyone that you can in the world, get ready to be called out on your shit. The world is done with unhealed people projecting their crap on innocent bystanders. We're all about to be accountable. And I highly, highly suggest that everyone get on some type of healing team. So I'm going to start by apologizing. So I apologize that I called you a narcissistic liar and I put an incorrect label on you. I do not apologize for telling you to go fix yourself. And I know that some of you people hearing me are like, sure, Rosa, it's really easy to be accountable behind the camera. To those people, I say absolutely it is. And I encourage you to try it more often. For me, it's never been about putting my face on the camera. It has always been about the cards and the message. I literally have like a set of eyes that have melted hearts. So it's never been about getting that type of attention for me. If it was, I would make a different type of website, right? So I'm here to tell people to wake the F up. That's what I'm here to do. All right. So we're definitely at an end of an era. And we are headed into I feel a brighter, more exciting time. And I'm going to actually talk to you about what you have to look forward to. So on your screen, you have seen the top 10. I picked the top 10 things to look forward to with Pluto and Aquarius. Let me get to my notes real quick. All right, so number one, this is what you have to look forward to the next 19 years, Pluto and Aquarius, and everyone getting called out on their shit. Greater equality. So, Pluto in Aquarius is likely to promote more egalitarian systems, meaning that people will push for fairness and equal rights across various aspects of life, including gender, race, and economic status. Number two is innovative technology. So you can expect a surge in technology advancements that will enhance our daily lives. This could include breakthroughs in communication, transportation, and even healthcare, making technology more accessible to everyone. Number three, community focus. There's going to be a shift towards stronger community bonds. People may prioritize local initiatives and grassroots movements, fostering a sense of belonging and collective responsibility. Number four, environment awareness. So, with the focus on collective action, we might see a rise in environmental consciousness. Communities will likely come together to tackle climate change and to promote sustainable practices. Number five, revolutionary ideas. Pluto in Aquarius encourages rebellion against outdated norms, right? This could lead to new ways of thinking about governance, education, and social structures, promoting innovative solutions to long-standing issues. We have increased inclusivity. So expect a push for more inclusive practices in various sectors, including workplaces and educational institutions. This means that voices will be heard, especially those from marginalized communities. Number seven, focus on mental health. That's what I was talking about earlier. So there may be a growing emphasis on mental health awareness and support systems. Society will likely recognize the importance of mental well-being, leading to better resources and understanding, right? Instead of just calling people names and, putting incorrect labels on them. Collaborative governance. So we could see a move towards more participatory forms of governance where citizens have a greater say in decision-making processes. creative expression. So Pluto in Aquarius may inspire a flourishing of creativity and artistic expression. People will feel empowered to share that unique perspective and global connectivity. So finally, I put that there will be an increase in global connections as technology bridges distances. People will collaborate across borders, sharing ideas and solutions to global challenges. So, yes, Pluto's journey through Aquarius is definitely set to bring us some transformative changes in the next 19 years. But I definitely feel like they are energies that we can look forward to, right? All right, guys. So that's it. That is all the information that I wanted to talk about Pluto and Aquarius. And now we're going to read for the collective. Starluva, welcome. Welcome. She says, I hope everyone had a good turkey day. Yes. Yes, mental health awareness is definitely going to be key. And here's the thing, like I've talked to a few people about this subject today. And I had a few questions where people were like asking, a lot of times people are worried that they're narcissists and they're like, oh my gosh, I have these traits. I sometimes try to control people, or I sometimes try to do these things. So how would I know one or the other? Like, is it more ADHD? Is it more, narcissistic personality disorder? And here's what I'm going to tell you. I feel like this is a really easy situation. When you're at full blown narcissism, and if you remember in the information, it says that when you have untreated ADHD, so in other words, you continue to, your mental health continues to disintegrate because it's untreated. You can definitely step into the NPD, right? The narcissistic personality disorder. So it's like this. So the further you're in that darkness, the further you're on that level of the whatever, right? The less likely you are to believe that you have an issue or that you have a problem. um 9 out of 10 people, like, let's just, you go get 10 people and ask them, like, do you think you're perfect? Do you think that you do absolutely no wrong? Do you think that there's nothing you need to heal? I'm telling you, 9 people, 9.5 people are going to be like, no, hell yeah, there's stuff I got to heal. I'm not perfect. I got this and this and this, right? But are there people out there that are like, oh, Rosa, I don't know what you're talking about. I have absolutely no problems. Everyone else is the fault. I do no wrong. Yeah, yeah, they are. They are out there. Sadly. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's the whole light and dark thing. Like there has to be balance, right, to all of it. So maybe we wouldn't notice the people with empathy if if there wasn't people that didn't have empathy, right? All right, so I pulled out Sandra's twin flame board that she sent me, twin flame journey board. What did we call it, Sandra? I don't forgot. I think she said twin flame board. And I pulled out the James Van Prague, the Soul's Journey lesson cards. So this is what I'm going to use for December energy. So I just want to point out we do have 2 new moons in December. Very powerful full moon about mid-month. We did talk about all the December astrology Sunday night, this past Sunday night. So if you guys missed that, you can go over and find it on my YouTube channel. All right, let's start divine masculine energy first. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. I love that. Breaking free from something, understanding that their happiness wasn't where they were. Understanding that they're responsible. Masculine energy is responsible for their own happiness. All right, let's look at feminine energy. You have the change card. Look at the happiness card. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. The happiness card says, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. On the bottom, we have the trust card. It says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Doubt says, I release the need to know all the answers. Let's talk about the change card for divine feminine first. So I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So I feel like most likely for divine feminine, for several months, several months now, you most likely um, have been going through some massive end of an era transition, right? Um, I feel like the transition has most likely already occurred for most divine feminines of it stage. I feel like we could have went back and forth multiple times, maybe before we were able to release whatever that situation was. I feel like for divine feminine, it's some type of acceptance, and for divine masculine, it's some type of breaking free from something. I do feel that alignment is occurring. I feel that it's possible that our happiness could be important at this time. But I think it's more about the trust card that says that accept that your inner voice will always guide you correctly, because both these energies had previous like inclination that whatever this end of an era you're experiencing was going to happen. And most likely, both of these energies held on strongly to whatever that situation was. There's something about the free will on the masculine energy card. They definitely could be learning about free will at this time. All right, let's pull a little tarot. I have the Modern Goddess Tarot. Let's look at the Freedom card. We have the Emperor, Aries energy. Taking the lead. It's more of that mind blown energy. There's a volcano behind her, so it's exploding, and it definitely gives this energy of like mind blown, right? Like I maybe didn't see something coming, but I don't sense that. I feel like this masculine energy knew the whole time. It's like it finally exploded. The top finally went off, something like that. It could have something to do with Aries energy. We have the Empress. It could have something to do with divine feminine energy. It could have something to do also with their connection to source or their connection to spirit. They could have come up with a new creative way to attain freedom. And Nine of Cups is here. Nine of Cups is about divine wishes getting granted. Um, I feel like it's possible this masculine could have manifested something, asked for something. It had something to do with their freedom, being able to break free from something, being able to choose their free will, being able to choose their free will for their own happiness. And it's like wish granted. I mean, it's very possible that there are some divine masculines out there that have attained their freedom and maybe they didn't know that that's what they wanted. But I feel like for the most part, this creative energy, this divine feminine energy in the middle, it's like this is wish granted. All right, let's look at the change card. So we have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy strongly. It is energy of sacrifice, giving something up. Temperance comes out, Sagittarius energy, about bringing balance and healing to a situation. And the Sun, it's about choosing yourself, choosing to heal yourself, choosing to bring balance, joy, happiness. But whatever the change is for Divine Feminine, there was a sacrifice. Hanged Man, sacrifice. You had to let something go. And some of you could have felt like at a certain point, you could feel like, what else do I have to lose? Or like, there is nothing else to lose. Dream Sequence says, if you think everything is everyone else's fault, then you are narcissistic. Facts. If you are in denial and don't want help, studies show you are highly likely to be a narcissist. Facts. Yeah. If you're questioning yourself, if you're concerned about your well being, your mental health, if you want to be a better human being in society, you are not a narcissist. Could people be suffering from traits and characteristics of the ADHD? Yes, most likely. You're more likely to be dealing with someone that is suffering from untreated ADHD than you are a narcissist. I got all that information and here's my ego crap coming out. Ready? um, I'm human. It's gonna come out from time to time. But the way I see it is like it doesn't matter what label. I always say like I don't like the labels. I could care less about the labels. Like if you treat people in a shitty way, go heal yourself, right? Like go fix whatever the hell is wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like stop expecting other people just to tolerate your crap, because people are not. People are not. And like, and when it comes to like women in today's like 2024, like, November 28th of 2024, like, women are sick, sick of dealing with shit. You know what I mean? Women are seeing, and not just women. I gotta really stop with just like trying to one side it. It's not one side or the other. Women, I mean, just people are just done dealing with other people's shit. Like, other people's shit is like, we don't want to do, we have our own shit to deal with, and we don't want to deal with other people's shit. It's like, you have to go fix your own shit. And the happiness coming out a lot here, it's like, we could definitely be learning at this. I feel like we should know this by now. No one makes us happy but ourselves, right? Like, no one. It's like no one can heal someone for them, right? No one can do the work for you. So the trust card, accept that your inner voice will always guide you correctly. I feel like we just got a big lesson in listening to our inner voice, right? Like, because whatever this change is, or whatever this freedom is for divine masculine, divine feminine, it's like, this was a long time coming. This was like, there's this heaviness on both sides, like, has so much past, so much luggage. Like, this change was long time coming. This freedom was long time coming. So it's like, you would have had intuitive hits. You would have had, like, readings. You would have had signs, synchronicities, messages from spirit, all those things that have been telling you, to do something different, or that this change or this freedom was on its way, or it was about to occur, right? So the fact that the trust card is here, and, bridging energy, the lesson that has to be learned, it's like, we're learning it now. We're learning it now. It's like, we're experiencing what it was that we've been hearing all this time, but we refuse to acknowledge or accept, or we doubted, right? Like, I feel like that's normally when we hear something we don't like, it's like we go, oh, I must be reading those cards wrong. People tell me all the time that they can't read for themselves. I've never had that issue. Um, I know. I know it sounds a certain type of way. I don't care. I can't help it. I just never had that issue. I just always listen to my inner guidance when I'm reading the cards. So it's like, my inner guidance is not like extra nice for me, or it's not like extra mean for me. It's pretty direct and straightforward. So I've known, like, I knew this tower moment that I just experienced in these relationships. It's like, I knew this shit was coming for a long time. I just completely refused. And I'm an Aries, right? I'm an Aries, so I'm like, I can fix it. I can fix it, or I can try it this way, right? Like, if that didn't work, I'm gonna try it this way. Maybe this will work. No, no. I feel like we definitely have to start listening to our inner guidance more. Page of Pentacles comes out. It's a new offer, it's a new journey, it's a new beginning. The Four of Pentacles comes out. It's about like releasing something, letting something go. And Six of Pentacles is here. So Six of Pentacles is about getting assistance or getting help. On the bottom is the Fool card. The Fool card is about taking a leap of faith. So I think we both, divine masculine and divine feminine, are experiencing this new start because we have released something that was limiting us or holding us back or holding us down. I do feel that we've probably, I'm surprised we didn't see any tower cards, but I do feel like we had like assistance in this situation. I do feel like the scales will continue to balance as we move through December. I do feel that for divine feminine, it's more about putting the focus on yourself, and for divine masculine, it's more about um, choosing free will. All right. Let's do some head, heart, and higher self. A lot of Aries energy. We did see Sagittarius, Pisces. All right, let's start divine masculine headspace. So we have gratitude. In the headspace, they're thankful for something. The rose is sticking out to me. I thought for a moment she was holding something. We have this strength card coming out in the heart space. That could be a message. That could definitely be a message being sent from divine feminine. Won't really know until we get to the feminine side. All right, higher self, we have choice. On the bottom, we have healing for divine masculine. The choice card is definitely like fork in the road type of energy. Um, so the woman is kind of like down in this cellar type of looking room, and there's two sets of stairs. It's like one leads deeper into the cellar, and the other one leads out. And this is higher self lesson for divine masculine. So this is giving this energy like they could go deeper into some type of darkness, or they have an opportunity right now to come out of some type of darkness. All right, let's pull. Let's do some modern goddess tarot. And let's look at gratitude. So the divine masculine has gratitude in the headspace, so they're grateful for something. The butterfly wings, some type of transformation. This could be whatever the Pluto energy was, whatever brought that freedom for divine masculine. We have the lovers, Gemini energy, a bond, a spiritual connection, a spiritual bond. All right, let's look at the strength card. I felt like it was a message from divine feminine, and I still feel like it's a message from divine feminine. We actually have the devil card. So the devil card is actually Capricorn energy. The reason I feel like it's from divine feminine is you can see the cord in the background, and it does feel like the devil card is actually called the crone card in the triple goddess tarot, and it kind of represents that she has gained this wisdom and then she's implemented what she knows. um I feel like divine masculine could have broken free from something toxic, unhealthy. I feel like the message from divine feminine could be to pull from inner strength, Leo energy, which we've seen with the strength card, but also implement what you've learned. Implement what you've learned. All right, let's look at the choice card. We have the Queen of Swords coming out. It's about standing up for yourself, Queen of Swords. It's about fighting for something. It's about speaking truths. You see how the mask has fallen to the ground? I don't think it's fallen. It's like she's ripped it off. She's thrown it off. She's ready to speak truth. She's ready to fight for something. There's something about healthy boundaries. The healing card on the bottom just tells me that divine masculine is going through some type of major healing. Or they need to take time for some type of healing. All right, divine feminine headspace. We have shadow self. I had this great conversation with my brother-in-law about our shadow selves. I'll share that with you guys in just a moment. And then in the heart space, we have reflection. So again, I do feel that that is a message back and forth in the heart space. So divine feminine could be telling divine masculine to be strong and to implement what they've learned. Divine masculine could be asking divine feminine to do some type of self-reflection. The mirror is sticking out to me. Divine Feminine, you could have shown Divine Masculine something in themselves that needed healing. They could be showing you something in yourself that needs healing. Let's look at higher self. We have guardian angel. Highly protected, divine feminine, highly protected. Dreams is on the bottom. How are the dreams? Hi Tim. I feel like we've all talked about the dreams for the last several days. I'm not sure which ones I want to use. Let's use the Gilded Tarot. Okay, so let's look at shadow self. Okay, so the shadow self story. My brother-in-law, we had this whole discussion, and we were talking about how, we have the light and we have the dark, and we all have went through this period in our awakening. I feel like most of us at this point, where we are discovering our shadow self, where we're healing our shadows, where we're digging down deep in our soul and purging old traumatic traumas. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Um, And then what happens when we do that is we start to alchemize, we start to balance those light and dark energies. And the idea is at this point in our journey is to start to merge the two, and then implement what we've learned, right? And I was telling my brother-in-law, I said, I struggle to figure out, like, I understand the light, I totally get that, right? But the dark, like the shadow sides of us, is like I struggle to figure out how to merge the two. Like, I'm proud of my shadow self, and I'm proud of, um you know of all parts of me. I feel like I'm not finding the right words all of a sudden. Oh, the Mercury smirkery. But the point is that, he made the comment. He said, we stay in compassion and understanding and empathy and the light side of things, right? When it's needed, when we're able to, when we feel comfortable and safe and secure. It's not about, balancing, like you have to have just as much shadow as you do light. It's about being able to tap into that shadow energy when needed. And I think that was key. Like, that gave me this aha moment, right? And that's definitely what we're being asked to do. It's like we're all learning about all this different stuff that we talked about, at the beginning of the live. And it's like now we're going to have to start implementing what we know. So we're going to have compassion and understanding and empathy, for people, hurt people that are healing, right? But we're not going to be able to condone, people that are choosing to stay in their misery. We're not going to be able to surround ourselves with that energy. Spirit is always going to make us remove ourselves from that lower vibrational energy, right? So you could be divine feminine, you could be really focused on your shadow self at this time, because you may feel like you need to protect yourself for whatever reason at this time. I do feel like that would be the time that, when you're enforcing, it's kind of like Queen of Swords energy, right? So it's like when you're enforcing that wall, when you're enforcing that boundary. And look at that. Look at that. I hope that was all on camera. The Seven of Wands comes out, y'all. It's having healthy boundaries. It's enforcing the boundary. Um, so big confirmation to say the least, right? All right, reflection was in the heart space. I do feel that that was a message from Divine Masculine. And Divine Masculine should be asking Divine Feminine to take this time to do some reflecting. I mean, I can definitely see that. But there's also something about the mirror. Divine Feminine could have said something or done something that has reflected to Divine Masculine and shown them something. And then the same, vice versa. It could happen the same way for Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine could have said or done something um, that is causing Divine Feminine to see something or understand something. So King of Pentacles comes out. It's about taking responsibility. So Divine Masculine should be asking Divine Feminine to take responsibility in a situation. It could also be about stepping up to the plate. And I just want to point out too, for some, King of Pentacles can also be about um, having someone up on a pedestal. Having someone up on a pedestal. All right, Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel. This is your higher self lesson at this time. You have Page of Swords. Someone's watching. So Divine Feminine, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's watching. Scorpio on the bottom, the Death card. You're highly, highly protected. Highly protected. Page of Swords is also higher learning. Somebody's watching because someone wants to learn more or they want to understand more. I feel like as long as you have healthy boundaries and you enforce those boundaries and we don't have anyone on a pedestal, you definitely could, um, experience a month of sharing your information and showing people what you've learned by implementation, right? Um, the death card is definitely that Pluto energy, the end of an era. Who we were before November 19th is not who we are after November 19th, right? All right, guys, let me pull some messages. And I am going to use the OG cards. All right, so let's do 3 from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. Did you get my message? Comes out from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. So there could be some communication in December. You helped me start my spiritual awakening. I feel like that's just Divine Masculine acknowledging something or having acceptance of the journey. And I want to work with you. This is going to be higher self message. So it's like the higher self could be aligning Divine Masculine to work with Divine Feminine in some way. All right, let's do 3 from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Why did this happen to us? You don't know this, but you help me keep going every day. Good night. Look at this. And asked me if I knew that there was 2 of the same card. I had no idea. Look at that. Hey from UK. I love it. Saneed on Facebook. I didn't know that we had 2 of the same cards. But clearly there is some type of message, right? I will say the good night card is throwing me off. I'm not quite sure what that one is. All right, let's do some guidance. I did pull out the Keepers of the Light Oracle. And guys, I'm going to clean up after guidance, and then I will offer some free twin flame readings. I'll pull your energy, their energy, and your bridging energy. Mahavatar Babahi, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Soul expansion. Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. And Sanat Kumara, light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. It's definitely giving me ascension. It's definitely giving me like ascension, lift, a boost, soul expansion. I think that's the one I want to read out of the book. All right, it says your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. So Mahavatar means great incarnation or avatar, and Babahi means sacred father. Mahavatar Babahi is a deeply respected master yogi who was introduced to the world through the teachings of the Indian yogi, Yoganda. Babahi is also called for short, is said to be over 2,000 years old and able to travel between Earth and other worlds. He is said to have invisible temple in the Himalayas that can appear to those he wants to connect with. Many believe that he is like Christ himself, bringing deep love, acceptance, and forgiveness, insight, and direction. You may feel that you've retreated from the world recently, and maybe you've not been as actively socially or spiritually. But this time of inner rest has really paid off. You're becoming more and more consciously aware of how connected you are to God and all living things. This sense of union is called yoga. Yoga goes beyond physical ability and into a sense of awareness that created through spiritual practice, meditation, and devotion to the divine. Mahavatar Babahi, the yogic father, is here to inspire that fire of union so that you can understand how your thoughts and actions are creating the energy that form your life. All right, guys, that's going to be your December collecting. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and then I will pick some free readings. So let me know in the comments. I think I'm going to use the James Van Prague um, Soul's Journey cards. I don't know. It does like some communication month of December, some implementation of lessons, freedom on both sides, which is interesting. I can't say I picked up any karmic energies, even when we pulled Capricorn, which is the devil, which is normally karmic energy. We use the triple goddess tarot, so it was the crone. Pooja, hello Pooja. All right, guys, I'm getting it situated, I promise. All right. I want y'all to know that I actually did my makeup today so I could turn the second camera on. And now that everybody's coming in here, I'm totally chickening out. It was too short, Sandra. So true. So true. All right, I'm gonna pick Pooja. And I don't know how many I'm gonna do, guys. I mean, I'm not in any hurry or anything, but I'm just gonna do however many. I just had the camera. I'm just gonna do however many, Spirit tells me to do. I love that idea, Sandra. I've actually been trying to do it. Yes, Tim. Yes, I did. I did like the turkey song. It was perfect timing. It couldn't have been any more perfect. So absolutely, thank you, thank you. All right, Pooja, here we go. I'm going to look at masculine energy first. Masculine energy first. We have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Masculine energy is focused. Could be. We talked about this. Pooja. Oh my gosh! When you get time, Pooja, come back and listen to the beginning of the live. I wrapped up Pluto and Aquarius with mental health and narcissism and ADHD. Um, all into one beautiful little chapter there at the beginning. But masculine energy is focusing on their mental health, and they are focusing on taking accountability for their mental health. And they're also, this is collective, right? So they're also like understanding the importance, taking action. I feel like there was something else I was going to say. Oh, no longer putting the blame on other people, right? Like no longer putting the blame of their own unhappiness on other people. So that's collective, and that's what's coming out strongly for your masculine energy as well. So it's like this person could be having some type of acceptance when it comes to their mental health. All right, Pooja, let's look at feminine energy. We have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Ooh, interesting. The word resentment is sticking out to me, Pooja. Um, you could be struggling to forgive someone, especially if they're blaming you for something that's not your fault. But I think for you, Pooja, it's more about maybe even just kind of accepting that they need forgiveness. Like maybe this is some type of energy where it's like you just kind of took the blame in a situation and you didn't acknowledge like that person had blame as well. Like it was more both sided than just one sided. I dropped one. All right, so we have the death card coming out. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. I think it's like a way of thinking, a way of life. Masculine energy, like putting the blame of something on someone else that has come to an end, that's going through some type of transformation. For the feminine energy, your feminine energy is about struggling to forgive someone. I feel like it's not, you wouldn't struggle, Pooja, to forgive someone, but it's like you don't even realize that they need forgiveness. You could be taking the blame for like someone else's crap. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that was helpful. Dream sequence says it's 10:10. Y'all, my sister is fixing up the house, so if you hear noise back there, um she is um fixing up my room. She's fixing up my room. So I'm gonna have an office and a room. I'm kind of excited about the office part. All right, Starluva. I love it, Pooja. Thank you for the confirmation. All right, Starluva, here we go. Masculine energy first. Masculine energy first. Judgment. Ooh, some Scorpio. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Um, this person, Starluva, could be upset with you because you chose a different route or you went a different way, or like they could have thought that maybe you were gonna do something different, and then it's like you chose you. Maybe you stopped chasing. All right, the change card comes out. I feel like you did stop chasing. You started focusing on yourself. You come to some type of acceptance about some change that has occurred. All right, let's look at the bridging energy. Discipline comes out. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Starluva, just self-discipline has been key for me as well. But right now, that's your bridging energy. I do feel like this person could be dealing with some type of judgment in their own situation. And you're definitely coming to some type of acceptance with some change that's happening in your own situation. This is definitely giving me like 3D separation. But together, um, at the same time, both learning the importance of self discipline. On the bottom is purpose. So, most likely, that's going to be why both learning the self discipline or the importance of self discipline. All right. Where did the Facebook? There was a Facebook one. Sneed. Sneed. I know, I'm so excited about it. It's supposed to be so I'll put my face on this camera more often. Hold on, you guys. I got a small situation on Facebook. Got it. All right. All right. So, need on Facebook. I'm going to look at your masculine energy first. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Fear comes out for your feminine energy. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. And denial is going to be in the bridging energy. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insights of awareness. I feel like this person's struggling with some type of self-doubt. Maybe they think they know something, or they want to know, like they keep asking for confirmation, more confirmation, more confirmation. I think this person is experiencing some stuff in their awakening that maybe they're fearful of, they don't understand. There could be like lack of knowledge, not sure why you're experiencing this type of situation. I feel like both parties could be in denial about what is happening. But I do feel like you're about to start to experience more awareness because you're going to start to experience more right now the energies feel separated, and it feels like you're about to experience more combined or lessons together. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Hope that was helpful. All right. Did we do Sandra? Did Sandra ask for one? And Dream Sequa. Found it. Sweet. All right. Sandra gifted me the Yin Yang Oracle. Look at the peace card, Sandra. It says, I am being of love and I release all negative energy. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. All right, let's look at the masculine energy. Wow, feminine comes out. The masculine energy could be focused on the feminine energy. Distance, retreat, or time out. So I feel like your masculine energy is focused on feminine energy retreating or pulling away. Maybe could be feeling the distance or could be feeling the feminine pulling away. Be having some type of third eye activation as well. You're bridging energy, fulfillment, and wish. It's like the genie in the bottle on a sandy beach. So I feel like your person is really focused on you. You're really questioning whether you should retreat or pull back. But what's going to happen is some type of wish is granted. It says fulfillment, assistance, spirit guides on the bottom. All right, I'm going to leave that there, Sandra. I hope that was helpful. All right, dream sequence. All right, masculine energy first. We have guarded, vulnerability, regret, and repression coming out for feminine energy. Action, courage, Jupiter, and beginnings coming out. So I would definitely say, Dream Sequel, go check your Jupiter. Currently in retrograde, but go check and see where it's at on your chart. Reflection and projection is on the bottom. We talked about projections at the beginning of the live when we were talking about the mental health and the narcissism and that type of energy. I feel like your person could be feeling the masculine energy in your journey, could be feeling very guarded and vulnerable at this time. The feminine energy in your journey could be experiencing regret at this time. But the bridging energy, like what you're currently learning right now, is that some type of action needs to be taken in order to start some new beginning. Both have experienced end of an era type of energy. Now it's time to take that first step into, the new beginning type of thing. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. Vanessa. Oh, you're not late. You're not late. I was just offering free readings, free readings. I think though, I think I'm gonna get that out of my face for one. Yeah. I'm gonna come say hi to you guys. Maybe let's try this. Say that. Maybe. Oh no, now I'm just messing it all up, y'all. Like, there we go. Hi everybody. I told the girls, I said, I did my makeup so I could come on and say hi to everybody. Vanessa says, am I late to the party? You're not late to the party. You're not late. Don't look at my room behind me because it's a mess. It's a mess. There we go. Yay. I definitely need to do this more often. I get so nervous. All right. Okay. All right. Vanessa says, let's do a reading. I didn't see Michelle. That's what it is. We didn't see Michelle today. But it is Thanksgiving, y'all. So I'm sure everybody is like eating and having, family and all that stuff. Oh, that is a fib. Dream sequel. That is such a fib. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. I'm always so jealous of your hair. I'm always looking at your hairstyles on your videos. Oh, I think super sweet. All right, here we go. That's your person's energy, change, and courage. They're leaving something. Can you see on the camera? They're walking away from something. They have bags packed. Energy, Vanessa. Your energy is autumn harvest. So you could be feeling like you are um, harvesting something, like some type of reward, like you're getting some type of reward. And bridging energy is nurturing and compassion. So, I mean, Vanessa, this person has their bags packed and they're heading your way, and you're harvesting a reward. Bridging energy is to nurture each other and have compassion and understanding for each other. I hope that was. All right, guys. I think I am going to go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out with me for all the readings. Let's see, today is Thursday, so we will be back Sunday night. We will do more love and astrology, and we will offer some more free and paid readings then as well. But thank you, everyone who came in and participated, and all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys very much. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get my face off this camera. I love y'all. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.